we'll do it from local. Okay, I think I already told you how to load the data from HDFS. Now we will load the from local. So now I'm going to create a table in Hive. Okay, so as of now I don't have any databases. So databases. Okay, only I have some default database by default. So I'm going to create one database. Create database. Whatever the name you want, you can give it. For my reference, I'm going to use some BATCH 1100. Create database batch 1100. So now if I give show databases, it should show my batch 1100. Now I'm going to use that. Use BATCH 1100. Okay. Now I don't created any tables. So tables if I will give, okay, nothing is going to show. I'm going to create a table. Create table. For my reference, I'm going to use emp underscore PR. Whatever you want, you can give it. Okay, first employee number. My file is something like this: employee number, string, employee name, string, salary, string, salary int I'm going to give, sex, string, and DPT number. DPT number, string, and I'm going to partition the table. Partitioned by, you need to create the partition table like this. Partition by. So how you are going to partition? According to branch you are going to partition. Yes. So how my data is going to be segregated? According to the branch. Partition by branch, because I am going to send the file for branch. So that is why. So automatically branch is also a one column in the table, but the data will not contain inside the branch file, because we are going to load the data for branch. That is why we will not have that column in the file, in the file values, and it is row format delimited fields terminated by comma. So my table got created. Now if I show tables, it has to show. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to load the data for this thing. So I'm going to load from local. Forget about the HDFS. I just stored into HDFS to show you some other example how to load the data from your HDFS to some other table. Now we are going to load the data from local system. Load data local in path. Load data local in path BATCH 1100/branch. So you are going to give Hyderabad.txt. You are loading first. You cannot store multiple files at a time into Hive table. You can store only one file at a time. Okay, load data local in path into table. What is your table name? emp underscore par. For which partition you are going to load the data? Partition. Okay, partition branch equal to Hyderabad. You are going to give Hyderabad. So you are going, this is the load command. So the data is loaded. Now I will show you where it got created, this one. So I am going to take another terminal just to show you guys. Okay. Hadoop fs -ls / user. By default it is going to be stored in this folder, user hive warehouse, user /hive warehouse. And if we see it here, you will get some database also. So I have created some batch 1100 databases. As I said, if you create a database, it is going to be created one directly inside the warehouse directory. Batch, why? Because it is a file system. Batch 1100.db. And again emp_pr. So see here, I loaded the data for branch equal to Hyderabad. Yes. If you see here, I loaded the data like this for partition branch equal to Hyderabad. So branch equal to Hyderabad, it is going to be created a one directly inside the your Hadoop system. So this is your branch. You will have only the 3 records. Whatever I have, okay, given, it is also directly. So this is where your data is stored. I stored Hyderabad.txt file. Yes. Now you can give Hadoop fs-cat. You can give like this if you want to see the data from the file. See, whereas if you store data in RDBMS, any MySQL or Oracle or Teradata, you don't have this option to see the data like this. You don't have any option to see the data like this. Okay. Whereas here you can see the data. Select, you can see it in 2 ways. Select a star from emp_par. Okay. So forget about these nulls, because these nulls are getting, because I have given one line space extra by mistakenly. So that is why you are getting here the nulls. Forget about this record. When I created the file, one line got created extra. That is why it is taking as all null values. Okay, forget about this. Okay, so if you want that should not be displayed, I'll go here, user hive warehouse. I'll go here, employee force there. Inside this I will go and I will edit. If I edit this file, this file, we'll see whether it will go. No, this it is not going. I loaded now, so it will not go. So these are my records. Forget about this last record, because okay, let me do one thing. I will delete this data. I don't want to confuse you guys. I'm just deleting this data, because I know the directory. That is why I'm directly going and deleting this. I will load again. Okay. So here I go here. Gedit BATCH 1100 slash branch slash Hyderabad dot txt. So my data should not contain this space. So still I am getting that space. You should not get that space. If you will get that space, you will get some bad records. That means on null it is going to be coming. Okay. Now I'm thinking it should not display. Yeah. Now it should not come the null values. BANG .txt. So it is also have some blank space. That is why the blank space is also taking as a one record. We should not get blank space. So for this thing also we have blank space. So I'm going to edit my file. Gedit. So I'm going to copy this records. Control J. Cut. Okay. And I'm again pasting here. I'm going to save it here. Okay. .txt. Control cut. Okay, now my file, I will not get any null values. Okay, now I'm again loading the data. Now I don't have any data here because I have deleted inside the HDFS directory. Now I'm going to load this data. Okay, so it is loaded. If you select it, so I don't get any null values because I don't have any extra space after the record. That is why I didn't get this. Okay, now my data is good. Now again I'm loading Pune file. Okay, Pune file. So which partition I need to move? Guys, I need answer from you guys. Which partition I need to move?
Pune?
Yeah. So this is where I am moving. Now I need to move Bangalore thing. BANG Bangalore to where I need to move to my branch Bangalore. So if I select it, I will get all the records. Okay, like how you are getting in the RDBMS, you will get in the same way. Now I will show you here the directories. So it should create 3 directories. So you observe it, for each load it is creating a one directory. So in each and everywhere you have your files, branch, only the branch Bangalore file is there inside this. So it contains some data. So when you are trying to fetch the data, as if it is in a large table, it is a very simple table, so we are getting the data quickly. But if you take some 100 GB data is there, and you have a different branches data is there, so if you want to fetch only particular branch details, if it is a normal table, it will take so much time. It will not give you the quick result. Whereas if you go for this, the performance will be good. Now select star from where I need to give where branch equal to suppose for example I need Hyderabad details. So I will give like I will get the results in a quick, because it is not going to be search in all the partitions in entire disk. It is going to be searching only in the Hyderabad partition. Okay, here it will go to here and it will search. It will not go anywhere and it will not search for anything. Here directly it will go there and it will find it. So are you clear in this?
Yeah, I'm perfectly clear.
I think from Sandeep or Mahesh. Mahesh, I need
Yes.
from answer you, because yesterday you haven't attended, but there is nothing much was happened yesterday. Today was the we did practical. You got it?
Yes.
Yeah, Mahesh, are you there?
Yes.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
So I'm not getting, man. I think somewhere some network issue is there. I don't know from whom. I'm not getting that. Hey Mahendra, I'm unable to hear you, man. I think problem is somewhere. Sandeep, are you clear? Yes? Sandeep? Okay. This is one way. Okay, this is this you can say some static partition. Okay, this is a static partition. Okay, again in the partition we have two types of while loading the data we can differ static or dynamic partition. So what static partition is nothing but I will tell you what is static and what is dynamic now here. Now, for example, the data how it was is you can say something called yeah, just let me go with that thing. Okay, so I have a data here, like how my data is. I'm just taking this data. So my file does not contain I don't have a particular related file. Okay, for example, gedit of some all data. Okay, my file is some all data.txt. All data.txt. This is my file. That means I have a data for all the branches here itself. Okay, I'm going to create like this. Patient. So I have a for all my branches details in one file. I have a my all details in one file, but inside the file it says. But previously, based on the file, we can say it is a which data. Like if it is a Hyderabad.txt, it is coming from Hyderabad branch. Then we are considering that is a Hyderabad data. Whereas sometimes they will send the file in such a way like this. I'll tell you how they are going to send a files. That is one type of file sending, and this is another type of file sending. Now here's how like this. Okay. Sometimes they're going to send the data like this. See, that is how this is okay. This is some Hyderabad record. This is some Pune record. They will send like this. For example, okay, this is again some Bangalore. Okay, and this record belongs to some Pune, and this records belong to some Bangalore, and this records belong to again Hyderabad. This record belongs to some Pune, and this record belongs to Bangalore. Okay, this is how they will send sometimes data usually. So I have created like this. Now see, we'll just add the data. Okay, this is the data. Now I am going to from my Word this Venn diagram. Okay. So let me explain. So this is some OLTP, some source system. It is not a Hadoop system. Okay, it is a thing that it is a some source system. So from here, from this system I am getting the file. Okay, this is my Hadoop system. Okay, this is my Hadoop system. So they are going to send that all.txt data into here. Okay, directly where they are going to send is they are going to send into some table. Okay, for example, we are going to provide you the directory to which directory they need to send the file. Okay, we are going to inform you as we are working in some project. We have some upstream applications and downstream applications. So we need to give some information where they want to send the data to our directory. So here I'm going to create one table like usually according to the file I'm going to create the table by default already. Create table. I'm going to create some emp underscore table. Okay, some temporary table I'm going to create it. Create table emp underscore tmp. So mine is employee number. It is a string. And employee name. Okay, and salary int and sex string PEPT number. I also give some string and branch because I have a data for branch also here in my file. Branch string. How my data row format delimited fields terminated by comma. So this is my file. So can anybody tell in here how the data is going to be created in our HDFS? I will give you up to one path. I will give user 5 warehouse. So I am going to create that emp underscore temp in my database called batch 1100. So already I have a direct 1100.db. Okay. So again here it is going to be created one more directory emp underscore temp. Emp underscore temp directory is going to be created here /user /i warehouse batch 1100.db /emp underscore temp. It is going to be created. Okay, so here I am not going to load any data to my table, but I will this file here. I have a file as all.txt all data.txt. This file they are going to send into this directly. So obviously they are going to send this data directly to this directory. So I don't want to create any data to this table. As we are working in some workflow, daily they used to send the files to this directory. Okay, the same directory they are going to send the data. So I no need to load any data to my table. Already it is in this directory. This data is going to be syncing automatically. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I will load the data into this directory, because anyway I am going to create a table on this with the same name. So now you see it here. I am going to send this data here. First of all, I am going to create a one directory on the same thing. Hadoop fs -mk dir /user /hive /warehouse .bat/emp_temp. Okay, this is my directory I have created, because I am going to create the same table with emp_tmp. So that is why I am going to create the directory. So directories got created. Now I am going to send this data directly to that path. Hadoop fs -put put. So this data I am going to copy to this directory. Copy, paste it. So now I am going to create to this directory, paste it. So the data is copied. Now I am going to create a table for the same thing. Create table emp_temp employee number string employee name string salary int, then sex string, then DEPT number. We can give some string. Again branch string, row format delimited, fields terminated by comma. So I created the table like this. Mahesh? No, I think you are getting some issue your network. Hey, what about Sandeep? Sandeep? Hey, Mahendra, are you okay? Or just send me a message in the chat whether you are getting me or not. Maybe that is fine for me. If you have any issues, just send me chat. I have doubt in like somewhere like that. Okay. Sandeep, are you clear? Yes. Okay. Now, here my data is, it is a temporary table. So daily I am getting the data. Okay. Now I want to load this data into my partition table. Okay. I don't want to be data like this, but I will get the only one file with all the details. Now I don't want to be like this. I want to load the data into partition table. For example, I am going to create a one partition table. I think we already created one partition table. I am just giving emp underscore par. Okay, I am going some give part, not par. I am going to give some part. Okay, emp underscore part. I have created it. Now, how you can load the data from one table to another table? One table is in a normal table, another table is a partition table. How you can load the data from normal table to partition table? The command is insert overwrite table. So which table I'm going to load the data? emp underscore part table. I'm going to load the data. Insert overwrite table. That's a table name. Okay. And I'm going to select star from which table? emp underscore tmp table. temp I'm loading. Insert overwrite table emp underscore part. Select star from emp underscore tmp. So here I am going to mention the partition also. Partition. Okay. What is your partition? Branch. Now see, if you want to store only particular related data, okay, if you want to store only particular related data, you need to mention here the branch equal to Hyderabad or something. Okay, suppose if you want to load only particular related data, you can give like this. Now I don't want to be like this. I'm going to load entire all the partition data. Okay, partition branch select star from emp underscore temp.
Should it be table emp underscore part or just emp underscore par?
No, par is my first partition table. Okay, just think that you have, we already have the data. That is for another scenario. I have created the table. The same type of table I am created to explain you this scenario, this second scenario.
Okay.
How you can load the data from normal table to partition table. See, if you are getting the files separate files, how you can load? That is why I have created that. There is no difference between this part table and par table. Par table is also a partition. Part table is also a partition table. So how you can load the data from the file to the partition table? That is why I created a par table. Now how you can load the data to the partition table from table to table? That is why I have created part table. There is no difference in the par and part table. Both are same.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
Yeah. Now here it is throwing an error saying that dynamic partition strict mode requires, okay, at least one static partition column. See here, by default dynamic partition is false. Okay, that means it is in a strict mode. That means it will not allow. Dynamic is nothing but we are not going to select individual partition. Okay, we are going to select all partitions data. We are going to select all partitions data into our table. So by default it is a strict mode. We need to set a parameter. Okay, set hive exec dynamic partition mode equal to non-strict. We need to set it here. It is applicable only for this particular session. If I come out from the Hive session, if I give exit, it will not applicable. Only it will apply the set parameters is applicable only for the particular session. If you come out from this, okay, it will not be applicable again. Now I'm going to load this data. So my MapReduce job is running. So until now there was no MapReduce job is running. Usually I told you whatever the Hive query, aggregate Hive query you have given, inside that it is going to be running a MapReduce job. See here, it is loading from one table to another. That means insert, overwrite, these two are some functions in MapReduce in the Java. So that is why our MapReduce job is running. Okay. Suppose now if you want to track this job, how you can track it? We are going to give one URL. If any MapReduce job is running, this is the URL to track your job. Okay. This is the URL to track your job. That means whether it is running fine or not. With this link you can find it. So I already opened this link here. Okay, where is it? Open already this link here. Yeah. This is where you can see the review. Now this job is already completed. If I refresh it here, it will say its status is completed. Okay, status is succeeded. Okay, status is succeeded. And if you can go here, you can check all the tasks. Okay, here you can check the log also. What does it happen? These are all real-time scenarios. How you can check the job? Okay, you can go here and check your job. If you want for full log, you can go and check the full log here. So this the MapReduce job is going to be framing. You go here, you will get all the information. This is a log, entire log. You can find it how your job is going to be running. Inside that, this much process is going to be happen. Now, if you see it here, you can select the data as it is. How you can see the data? You can select it. Select star from emp underscore PART. You will get the data in such a way. Now even I will show you how it is created in our HDFS. Hadoop fs-ls. So it will create another directory emp underscore part. The par is different, part is different. See if you see it here, the par is the first scenario of table, the part is second scenario of table. There is no difference between that and this. Okay, but the data is going to be stored in different way, whereas in the first scenario the data is going to be stored in different way. Yeah, we'll have again. I'm going to open some branch equal to Hyderabad. branch equal to HYD. So if you are loading from table to table, you will get the files like this. That means if any MapReduce job is running, I said some part files are going to be created. This is also a one part file. 00000 is a one file, one part file. Okay, and the data is going to be stored in different fashion. Hadoop space fs hyphen cat. See, this is how it is going to be stored. Previously, you don't have the 00 file created, but here it will created like this files. Previously, whatever the file you are going to give, it is going to be stored the same file here. But here, it is going to be created as some 000 files because you don't know what file it has to take. That is why it is creating some 00 underscore 0. If more data is there, 00 underscore 1. In such a way, it is going to be created. Okay. Now, this is called dynamic partition. Okay, this is called dynamic partition. What is static partition is, suppose if you want to, okay, if you want only the particular branch data, either Hyderabad or Bangalore or Pune, okay, you can select from this table. Okay, that is called, okay, that is a you can say some static partition. That is called static partition. Whereas, okay, even you are loading the data from file to partition table, that will also come under static partition. Whereas you are loading the data from table to table for all the partitions, that is called a dynamic partition. So are you clear?
Yeah, I'm clear.
Yeah, Sandeep and Mahesh. Hello.
Yeah.
Even if you have doubts, you can chat me also, because if you are, you know, my voice is not clear, you can chat me, no issues. If you are good, just say we are good. That's it. I have a doubt whether you are able to hear me or not. First of all, Mahendra and Sandeep. I am hearing the tone of Ankur and Neha. That's fine. No, only if you are applying any functions like sum function or count function. Okay, if you select star from employee, or some select star from table name, it will not run the map reduce jobs. It will directly go to hit this. Only mappers are going to be formed inside that. That will not shown to us. Okay, so map reduce job will run, but only mappers will run. Okay, not reduce job. Even see, they are just go there and will fetch the data. That's it. Because see, when the map reduce job will come into picture is there any reduce operation that you need to do? Okay, there the map reduce will come into picture. If you see here, you are selecting star, entire thing you are selecting, so there is no necessity of to there is no necessity of you can say reducing the data. Okay, whereas if you go for some count or for some, there you will not get entire data. Whatever the function that which you have applied, that data you are going to get it. You got it what I'm trying to say? Yeah, Mahendra, what is your doubt in dynamic partition? So that means how we can load the data from table to table, or where? No, see, first the entire file you need to load the data into some temporary table. That is why I have created one temporary table, and the same location we have loaded we have just copied the data from local to that Hadoop system. But in the real time, we no need to copy. They are going to send the data directly to your table location, your temporary table location. Okay, so from there what we are going to do is we are going to load the data from the temporary table to our partition table to categorize the data. If the data is in this temporary table, what is going to be happen is when you are fetching the data, it has to search in the entire disk for all the records. Yeah, this record belongs to Hyderabad or not, this record belongs to Hyderabad or not. It has to check each and everything. Whereas if you put the partition as a branch and you load the data from temporary table to partition table, automatically it is going to be fitting into that. You got it? Okay. So any questions or concerns from anybody? Tomorrow we are going to see bucketing. In the Hive we have another concept called bucketing. Okay, then we'll go for joins, and then we'll go for some alter table, alter commands, how we can change the schema. Okay, how we can add partitions on different ways. Okay, so tomorrow we'll go with bucketing concept. So are you clear, everybody? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you mean to say? Yeah, Sandeep. When we are going to write map ready jobs by manually, any case example, please. Okay. No, for me, that means no. For this example, see this example, you don't need to write any map readies. You suppose if you want to go for any sum or average aggregation functions, I will give you some examples to you how you can write the map reduce program for sum or if see what count what you did sum only basically by setting the mappers. So I will provide you some examples for with the aggregate functions how you can write the map reduce program. Yeah, Venkat, can you please share all the videos to them, even my students also. Hey, Mahendra, can you give your email IDs to the organizer? Venkat, take that and send the videos to those guys. Oh, I think we are done. I'm going to wind up the session. Yeah, Venkat, I need to use this bridge for some time, man. You people can log out. I will log out this bridge after some time. I need to use one of my student Neha is there. I need to use this bridge for some time. The other folks can exit from the meeting, and only I think Neha will be there.